So you guys can take notes, you guys can do any of that stuff, you guys can ask me a million questions. Because it's a smaller group, it's going to be very dynamic. I want you guys to ask a lot of questions as we do this, rather than, here's the manual, that's it. And with that said, this is where you're going to take your experiences and you're going to be able to apply them to this weekend. Because all I want to give you is a framework. So this is a framework that worked for me, that worked for my clients, that worked for every level. So that way you have those pieces, and then you can fill in kind of the gaps as to what you guys need, and based on the clients that you're working with. So this workshop is built on progressions, so that way you can have one single exercise. So the principles of this weekend, basically like 5 principles. The first one is going to be safety first. And I know this is kind of seems obvious, but you'd be surprised how many times, especially in a big class, people say energy's running high, people are just starting to go. Always focusing on the details. The devil is in the details. Second thing, be an intentional mover. So with the devil's in the details, we want to be focused on being as intentional with everything we do. Fourth principle. Repetition is the mother of skill. Now, even though less is more, we do have to put the time in, we do have to put the effort in. But I'm going to set the timer, and you're going to give me the biggest, dumbest smile.
Getting a better understanding on the kettlebell and, like you said, flowing, because I am very structure-based, would be beneficial to a lot of people.
And so I had this entire rack of kettlebells, and I went, no one's using it. And I don't know what to do with it. I've never done anything with it before. I just knew that I needed to have it. I knew it was going to be something that was going to be important.
And he has a bunch of kettlebells, and we do use those with our clients, but I wanted to bring more to the table to teach our clientele and obviously to grow as a trainer.
Wanted to latch on and be able to be certified to where I can work with the coaches better to explain how kettlebells will work better to help their programs, whether it be football, basketball, volleyball, whatever it might be, helping them explode off the line of scrimmage, get a better vertical leap, coming out of the starting blocks faster in track and field, all of those things. The coaches are grasping at straws sometimes, trying to find ways to help their programs. This is a way to do it. This is a way I feel like I can really help them with some knowledge to go that direction.
I wanted to get certified for a while, but I was looking for the right place because I don't want to be stuck with one movement and then not be able to, because I just don't think it helps everyone as much. And so now I train a lot of older people, I train people with Parkinson's, and I want to be able to bring more to the table and like help more people, and then spread kettlebell, because I love body weight and kettlebell.
He had already signed up for this course, and a couple of them had asked me, and I said, you know what, I'll go give it a shot, and if I can learn how to teach them, then I will offer it for my ladies. So.
And what I'm looking to get into that, from this seminar, is more the flow. So I have messed with strong first, like long cycles, stuff like that, but most of the time it's just snatches and clean and jerks. And I have followed you for the last year or so, and I really kind of looking how you incorporate the flow into that, something I personally want to learn more.
So for those of you who had that foundation, you're going to see it through a different perspective, and then you'll see how you can build into more flow. For those of you who don't have a foundation, you'll see how it's all structured. All right, so we want to look at the foundation. What is the first foundational piece to any kind of movement? So belly breathing. We are going to be able to oxygenate ourselves better, and we're going to be able to use more of the musculature throughout our trunk. So we'll be able to get more from the breath with less. again, this is exactly what I would take someone who's never pressed before, rather than just getting them and going right into the movement. Can our client get overhead without what? Without having to compensate through the rib cage, through our mid-back. So what you see a lot of times when someone is either ego lifting because they're lifting something too heavy, or ego lifting in that they're attempting something that they are not ready to do. What do? They either lean to the side or they lean back. What's happening is it's creating wear and tear and imbalance issues that people are going to feel down the road. When you're in the bottoms up position, even when a fairly lightweight, everything has to fire a lot harder. Because there's so much more stabilizers involved, it's creating more, obviously, stability for the press to happen. What do you notice about my shoulder? Shoulder's low. I can't be in the shrug position. I can't be leaning and getting into a bottoms up. I have to stay perfectly level here. So find that power stance. If I'm too narrow, I'm not going to have power. If I'm too wide, I'm not going to have power. So just at about hip width or slightly wider. Squeeze the glutes, breathe their tension, and halfway. So going back to the rack that we were practicing yesterday, forearm is vertical, lat engaged, shoulder down, wrist is nice and straight. After this weekend, you can be like, F that, I'm never doing it again. But for this weekend, this is what we're going to do. So partner A, you're going to get into this rack. Partner B, I'm going to come and I'm just going to pull. And with this drill, what I like about it is that because it pulls you from so many different directions, you feel that stabilization. You feel your breath really stabilizing your trunk from multiple angles and not just as linearly as I breathe in, I press, I come down. I'd rather have them do one rep, break that down into pieces, and then assess versus just give them reps and lots of reps. All right, so the other side. I want you to think about why you're doing it and engage and get in tune with why we're doing this. It's one thing to hear me say why we're doing this. It's another thing to feel it and then verbalize it, because then it's going to make you a better coach because you're going to be able to verbalize it to your athletes and students that much easier. Push press feel a little bit harder. Typically people start in that rack position and drive overhead, bring it back down. I like to do the opposite. So in my gym I used to call them spring presses, and then I think I saw somebody call it a Viking press, or no, I forgot what it's called. Starting from the top. I like to control that first, teach that slow control movement, and then naturally when they're doing the spring press, they go into that, keeping it nice and vertical. Where now it becomes something that we're trying to make it a little bit more efficient. You're not going to squat too much if you're starting from the top, typically. There might be some people that might go a little bit too deep, but if you say, all right, push press, and they're turning it into an entire squat, so they're thinking about that setup. Starting from the top, they don't think that way. Competitive advantage of your athletes who can access these areas under load, get stronger, get more powerful in a position where other people can't even load it. So it's not always about how heavy I can go. And it again reinforces that trunk stability into shoulder engagement that is not always done with pressing them with overhead lifts. We always think of the end range. We think of that end movement. This connects everything together. How can we think smarter about our movement patterns? How can we think smarter about our ranges and how we can build more range and more strength within those compromised positions?